We've been in London for about 3 months now, and there are definitely some things we wish we knew before coming here. With that being said, one of the biggest questions we've gotten so far is how expensive is it to study in London?
One of your first big purchases is your flight, obviously. We booked our flights 2 months in advance, and we were able to score a round-trip ticket from New York City to London and back for $600, which includes a checked bag. Most people bring 2 checked bags and 1 carry-on, which I thought was like the perfect amount of luggage to bring. Be prepared to spend an extra $100 to check in your second bag. Bring your own snacks and a water bottle to avoid spending money at the airport because we all know it's ridiculously expensive. La Casa de HNFC. Housing in London costs the same amount as it does in New York, which is just over $8,000 a semester. And our semester here is 4 months long. That's $2,000 each month per person, and we have 6 roommates in our flat, which adds up to $12,000 a month. I would say you're getting a lot more bang for your buck because we do have concierge, we have cleaning, we have maintenance, we have a gym, a cinema room, and a very convenient pool table, and friends.
Your average meal in London, it could range anywhere from like £10 on the cheaper side to more on like the 20 to 25 pounds on the expensive side. Groceries are pretty nice here. There's a lot of options. What we like to shop at is Sainsbury, Tesco, M&S, or Waitrose. A milk would be about £2. Let's say a pack of chicken breast, that'd be around like 3 or 4 pounds. On average, you'd be spending over 150 pounds per week on groceries. There are a lot of great places to eat here. It could be anywhere from 15 pounds to 25 pounds per meal. But if you're getting drinks as well, that adds up because a drink can easily be more than 10 pounds a piece. You're looking at over 30 to 40 pounds just going out for one meal. Take it as you may. Depending on the program you choose to study abroad for, the prices do vary. Luckily, Fordham does have a campus in London, so we pay the same tuition we pay with no additional fees. A typical semester at Fordham costs about $35,000 with no scholarships, but that's kind of rare, and a lot of students are able to apply for scholarships and ultimately not pay the full tuition price. The $35,000 does include housing, so if you take housing out of the equation, you're paying about $27,000 per semester.
Now we're going to break down the cost of going out. Concerts vary depending on the type you go to, so a typical rave might cost you about $30, whereas a concert for Chainsmokers would be about $50 to $90. So tickets to London West End cost around $20 to $100 depending on where you sit. For example, we saw Matilda for $60 and we had pretty decent seats. If you really want to break the bank, museums are the place to go in London. They're super expensive if you don't want to break the bank. Just kidding. They're free. Honestly, just ruined the joke.
Go to the
She
show.
really just did. What? All museums in London are actually free, so definitely go.
So you can save money to then go to the show.
To other popular tourist locations like Winston Churchill's War Rooms, it costs £25, but that museum is highly worth it because it's very cool.
Usually the ones that cost a little money are very worth it. We also are going to say St. Paul's Cathedral is about $35. So is Westminster Abbey. If you're going out and you want to drink a little bit, if you're drinking at home, each bottle of alcohol costs around $35. Meanwhile, if you're going out, each cocktail costs around $14. Each beer costs around $10. Be safe. One of the best things to do in London is going to like these clubs that also have activities, ball pits, mini golf inside of like these massive clubs. So it's like indoor mini golf, but also you can get food and drinks. There's ping pong tables, and so entry to those things is usually about $20 to $40, but it kind of depends on how much you want to spend. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about weekend trips.
Trips are the thing that you're gonna spend the most money on, but it's also the most rewarding.
So through our university, we took a 3-day trip to Wales. Everything was included, housing, food, and activities, and that was about $240, and it was 3 nights. So pretty worth it, I would say.
Check out our other video.
We'll link it in the description.
Ireland lady! A pint of Guinness for $10. You go to bars, you enjoy yourself, about $50 at a restaurant, $150 for the entire trip altogether, airplanes and all the like, and then you enjoy yourself in crowds of people and you just vibe. St. Patrick's Day vibes. Lady!
One of the best parts about being in London is that you can easily fly from London to any part in Europe for a pretty cheap price, maybe $200 round trip, but you can easily find cheaper depending on the city you go to. Flights to Greece are about $200. With Spain is about $100. A flight to Italy is about $75. You can usually find the cheapest flights to Italy. For some reason, they're just really common, so they are pretty inexpensive.
Brussels is like $120, $130.
To France, you must pay $200 for a ticket on the train.
Greece, Athens, for 3 nights, around $300 for 4 beds. There's also a couch and a pull-out bed.
For about 6 people, that's about $16 per night, so it's very cheap.
So in Paris, I spent about $38 per night, and I stayed 5 nights. But I was staying by myself, and my friend was staying in his own Airbnb. You can definitely find cheaper places and live with friends and split costs.
We highly recommend doing Airbnb probably over hostels. They tend to be a lot safer, cleaner, you have your own bathrooms, and like we've had a lot of friends get robbed at hostels and it's just not a good situation. Overall, London is definitely not cheap and it's pretty comparable to NYC. Tuition without any scholarships for us at Fordham is about $27,000.
Housing is around $8,500.
Transfer flight's about $600.
Food is $2,500.
If you go out to concerts and shows, it could come out to about $1,500.
If you go on weekend trips, each one will be around $500. So if you go on 4, it'll be around $2,000.
Total everything with tuition is about $40,000, but if you take out tuition and just focus on housing and daily life expenses, it's about $15,000 for 4.5 months.
We hope this video was very helpful if you're planning on studying abroad, specifically London.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
And comment obscenities.